So we had the IoD's big Brexit debate at the annual convention this morning, and there was a lot of discussion not only about what the way forward for the UK should look like, but also about Europe's path more broadly. We had the former Greek finance minister Yanis Varoufakis talking about the fact that even without the UK, and potentially without the UK on purpose, we would end up in a situation where the euro would break up and the EU more widely would become unsustainable if it didn't massively reform its structures. But I think the more interesting bits in terms of the relevance to businesses that are here at the convention was really looking at what are the options for the UK going forward in terms of its new arrangements with the EU. And you had Yanis Varoufakis effectively arguing for a soft option, which would be spending 5 years in a Norway-type EEA-style arrangement. And then we had Lord Lamont, who was arguing actually we should have a quote-unquote harder Brexit, which is really where we only focus on negotiating a free trade agreement. But I think it was really interesting that the two women who were on the panel in the Brexit debate, Dame Alison Carnworth and Vivian Hunt from McKinsey, were really much more focused on, I think, the practical issues for business. Really, they made a big pitch talking about the need for the government to maintain a very open approach, not only to maximising market access for business in the negotiations with the EU, but also around trying to make sure that we know that freedom of movement and immigration is going to be a big potential red line for the government in the negotiations. So I think it was a very interesting discussion, looking both at some of the sort of top level issues, but also trying to drill down into some of that more micro level detail about what the most important priorities for businesses were going forward.